Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Always excited that you are here, always glad that you are here. During this time right now, there's this whole feeling from some that so much is out of our control. And there are some things out of our control, but there are also some things within our control. And I shared the other day on Instagram a cool little chart that I found, 25 things within our control, right? We talked about this before. Things we say, things we think, things we do. These things are within our control. In this time right now, this time and space where we're actually forced to kind of stop the busyness and stop the craziness and stop the unrealistic expectations and pressures we have on ourselves, to slow down and get focused on what matters most, right? Getting our health in order, you know, being there for family and doing those things that kind of just take a step back and take a breath. And it reminded me of one big thing that's within your control, which is thinking like an ant, right? So Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, huge, like, you know, a big, huge guru of things I love to study and love to nerd out on, and he's known as one of the grandfathers of development. But he talks about the Ant Philosophy, and if you get a chance, please check it out because he does a tremendous job at explaining it. But if you think about an ant, right, you see how busy they are and like that. If you ever watch an ant come across an obstacle, they didn't plan the obstacle, right? Maybe it's just a simple leaf that fell in their path. But if you watch them, they try a bunch of different ways. And they don't just stop when you're like, oh, well, there's a leaf, I guess I got to turn back. They just keep finding ways to get to their goal, and to get to their goal is usually food. Is what I've come to learn, thanks to Jim Rohn, what I've come to learn is that ants are always preparing for the winter. So that's why during the summer, they're always busy. They're thinking about the winter, and they got to store up food, store up food, store up food. So during the summer, they're thinking about winter. Vice versa, let's flip it a little bit. During the winter, they're thinking about summer, right? So kind of think about this, and I thought it was a perfect time to share this learning and this teaching from Jim Rohn, simply because when everything kind of comes to a stop, and all the plans you have and all the different ideas you have that then get interrupted because things happen, it gives us a chance to kind of look at, even looking at the ants, here's an obstacle, here's something in our way we didn't plan for, but are we looking for opportunities to maximize the opportunities that are around it, or are we just simply looking at the problem? Are we simply looking at the problem and putting all of our attention on the problem, all of our energy, it's wearing us down, freaking us out, all these different kind of things? Or are you looking at the opportunities that are presented? Maybe it's giving you more time to be around family. Maybe it's giving you a little bit more flexibility in the style of the way you work and go after things, other interests that you have. Maybe is it just slowing down? Maybe is it just taking time out because everything's closed? Maybe this gives you that space to just, you know, take a little huddle, thinking like the ant, while things are like this, right? Are we thinking about when it'll turn around, when things will turn around? When those moments are happening, if you kind of treat them opposite and kind of change the paradigm that's going on around you, I think it'll create some magic space for you that maybe you don't have right now. I've seen the power in it. I love the Ant Philosophy. Please explore it, and the next time you see an ant, nerd out like me and just watch, just study, and just, there's no obstacle that the ant doesn't think about overcoming. Sees the problem, identifies options, identifies opportunities, and goes about getting the food. And so when everybody's hustling around and things seem chaos, they're still going after their goal. And then when everybody's calm, they're still going after their goal. Stay focused on those goals. Stay focused on those aspirations you have. Remain your biggest fan. Be good to yourself. Be safe. You matter. I appreciate you.